Los Angeles. And, of course, Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert, the two starting quarterbacks. Taking to the second quarter here, Jalen Hurts throws it right into the hands of Deshaun Hand, who picks him off. Then Will Shipley comes over and forces a fumble of Deshaun Hand, which is recovered by Jalen Hurts, who then fumbles it again, Dano. That is a wild, wild play.
Yeah, one of, you can say this, a play that never have seen and never likely to see again.
And here we go, the next possession. Hurts is picked off again by Dante Jackson. So 3 turnovers in the matter of a few minutes by Jalen Hurts.
It was a turnover fest by both teams.
Fourth quarter, maybe the best play call by the Eagles all night. Fake the tush push, 52-yard house call there for Saquon Barkley. He had over 120 yards last night.
I love the quick huddle, the quick snap to get to line of scrimmage, kick it to the perimeter. Felt like life for this offense.
And here we go, fourth quarter, just over 11 minutes remaining, and Jalen Hurts intending for A.J. Brown, tipped and picked off by Cam Hart. What in the world?
It felt like every ball that was tipped was going to get taken away. Every ball that hit the ground was going to bounce the right way for the defense. And then come back, babyface, late in the game, tie ball game. It's a perfect throw. You've seen them make that throw and catch hundreds of times.
And that leads to, of course, a field goal attempt by the Eagles to go up by 3. As time is about to expire, Cameron Dicker, one of his 5 field goals for the Los Angeles Chargers. Many fantasy implications for him there. We head to overtime. And in overtime, Dan, the Chargers take a field goal on the first possession, which leads to the Eagles having the ball and a chance to respond. That right there, we're getting back on track, maybe a chance to win here.
Outstanding throw in anticipation between people. They come back with an RPO. Jalen's run this multiple times in the game and hundreds of in his career, and he just makes the wrong read, tries to force the ball in between, and it gets tipped up for a pick.
Months to forget for the Eagles as Jalen Hurts and Philadelphia has now dropped their last 3 games. A jubilant Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. But eyes on Philly here for one moment. In those 3-game span, all of those being losses, Hurts leads all quarterbacks with 7 turnovers, including a league-high 5 interceptions. His 5 turnovers last night were the most by an Eagles player since play-by-play. Make that tied for the most since the Eagles, by an Eagles player since play-by-play was tracked back in 1978. Mina, this team still has control of its division. That being said, there are some concerns here as we think bigger picture about the offense. What concerns you most?
Oh, boy. It's hard to pick just one thing, right? With this Eagles offense, there's been so many issues all year long. But if I had to synthesize it, thinking about watching last night, they can't run the ball efficiently or explosively outside of a few examples. Because they can't run the ball well, they don't get one-on-ones outside anymore, and then you got a quarterback who doesn't throw over the middle of the field. And that inability or unwillingness to throw over the middle of the field, it leads to a lot of issues, like the first interception you saw with Deshaun Hand. It's a great pressure call from Jesse Minter. It's a simulated pressure. The defensive tackle and the linebacker who shows blitz then drops. Penley comes. Hurts feels him. He doesn't even look. He throws the ball straight at the defensive tackle, right? And you've seen these sort of simulated fire zone pressures give him trouble over the course of his career. Look, Kevin Patullo has gotten a lot of criticism this year, deservedly so. I know Dan's going to talk about it. I actually thought he tried some interesting stuff in this game, but the quarterback not being able to use that part of the field in the passing game, it makes things really difficult for everybody, especially if you can't run the ball. So it's just been an issue all year long, Dan. Like between the numbers, you don't throw the football. He made one amazing pass at the end, but it's so limiting for this offense, and everybody suffers because of it.
Yeah, I liked, after watching the tape, a lot of the things that Philadelphia did offensive last night. I'm more encouraged with their offense off of last night than I have been in probably 8 to 10 weeks. Now, is it perfect? No. Are there issues? Yes. Empty, the interception that Mina's talking about. Go back to Chicago last Black Friday when he misses Devontae Smith. Hey, empty in the middle of the field. We got to be more aware of that if you're Jalen Hurts. That's twice now in 2 weeks you've got a similar look. This is the curl route that Devontae Smith just falls on. So everyone's like, Jalen Hurts stinks. He's throwing all these interceptions. That ball is at the right place at the right time. That's on the wide receiver. I'm not absolving the quarterback from not playing good last night, but that's an easy fix. This is something that I'm talking about when it comes to some of the stuff I liked. Pull the backside guard, play action shot. My goodness, that's a post wide open in the NFL. Jalen, throw it. Get more aggressive when we are calling our shots. You got to take the shots when they're there. Later on the in route to A.J. Brown. I like this decision. I like to throw. Would I prefer it to be 6 inches lower? Yes. I'm paying you $30 million. Make that catch. By all means, the ball should not get picked off. And then the game sealer, hand the ball off. If not, I love being aggressive. This is an RPO. He's reading the corner. He tries to fit it. This is probably the throw that I want back the most if I was him. But I'm walking away and watching this tape. I'm going, I like some of the schemes they did. I like the play action stuff they did. I like the pocket movement that they did. I like the fact that they got offensive players running across the field multiple times. So there's stuff that they have to clean up, no doubt. But in comparison to 5-6 weeks ago when it was like, my goodness, this offense is boring. I know exactly what they're doing. They did new stuff. Get rid of some of that self-inflicted wound last night. I think there's a lot to build off in the good element for the Eagles offense from last night.
Yeah, I was just excited to see some runs go for explosive plays in this offense, like to try to create. This was a split flow action that they had with the tight end coming across out of the shotgun under center, and I like that. I like giving teams in Saquon an opportunity for a built-in cutback, and you see what he can do once he get past the first level. This is the type of stuff where if Philly is going to have themselves in a position to win and be strong down the stretch, that they are going to have to continue to do this. I'm in agreement with Dan. It's just so many times, though, I looked at this game and it felt like Jalen was holding and holding the football. And I'm not sure if that's because he's not obviously anticipating.
You know, like, Marcus, there was moments just not open.
But Dan, in the past, Jalen Hurts is gone. He's out of there. And I don't know, like, should we be having the same conversation that we have about Lamar? Is he hurt? Does he not want to take off and go get those that's available to him? Like, those are the things that made this offense. We sat on this show and talked so much about the threat of Jalen Hurts' legs, not just when plays break down, even in structure. And they don't have a semblance of that anymore. And I think that led to some of the holding, and it led to some of those interceptions that I saw yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know why Jalen Hurts doesn't run more. I don't think it's an injury or athleticism, issue. If you're looking at this team and backs against the wall and you're going down the stretch and you're looking at a potential playoff run, he has to be a part of the run game, especially if they're putting him in empty more. He's got to have some willingness to scramble when those opportunities are there. The gun run stuff is all dead in the water if he doesn't run. He doesn't get north-south the way he did before. Justin Herbert in this game scrambled a million times. You saw that. We're going to talk about him and his performance.
Yes.
But to me, when I look at this Eagles run game and how inconsistent and inefficient it's been, that is a very clear solution moving forward that they've got to do.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Herbert, 60-plus rushing yards last night, just 8 rushing yards on 4 attempts for Jalen Hurts. This Philadelphia offense still looks
man.
There's stuff to be built. There's stuff to build off last night, I promise you.
By the way, I'm Mr. Positive over here today. The Eagles can't clinch the NFC East this week, but they do still have a relatively commanding lead over the Cowboys going into Week 15. All right, still to come.